Hi. I'm
Hi,
Anita,
I'm Ken.
and tonight we're going to show you our home remedy for cleaning up the marshlands and the wetlands, hopefully, with something that I kind of played around with in my kitchen. Anyway, we got 10W30 weight oil. We have salt water. We're going to throw some oil in there. And then we're going to use some really amazing stuff.
Food grade hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, it is used for incredible things all around the world. Tell them, Ken, some of this stuff.
Very well known. It's a powerful deoxidant and disinfectant. Hospitals use it on a regular basis to kill very tough germs. CDC lives with it when they go to clean up a hazardous area because it's one of the few things that will kill Ebola on contact. So a lot of people know about it, but you don't hear much about it in the press. The only time you usually see it is the 2 or 3% version that you buy at your local drugstore.
So we've got the salt water, we've got the oil, and now we got good old-fashioned Arm & Hammer baking soda, which we're going to toss in here right now. And as you can see, there's already a reaction occurring. You can see that it's breaking up and it's actually dropping the oil down to the bottom. Well, there it went. So, and if you swirl it around a little bit, like mimicking the ocean waves,
Yes.
you know, what happens as this sits over time, you end up with, this is my original sample, and you can see the ring of oil. This is just the untreated. And this here, after it's sat over time, is fairly clear water. There's no oil ring left, and it's really remarkable stuff. So what we're really interested in finding out is from somebody out there who might be a chemist. We know that this process works because there's a company, Ken did some research, and there's a company
Called Fast Tech Engineering Support that actually uses this process to clean up oil spills in sand and in dirt areas. And they also are hired by oil companies to use it to clean out the drill rig itself. So the oil industry knows about this process, yet you haven't heard one word about it in the press. And to us, this seems like a more reasonable way to clean up the marshes, because you can mix this up and spray it in the marshes and not do the mechanical damage you would do by putting skimmer boats in there. Just mix it up, spray it in there, and let Mother Nature take care of the rest. It has to reduce it somehow.
And what, you know, food grade hydrogen peroxide or hydrogen peroxide is going to do is it's going to load the water back up with oxygen, because when it breaks down, it turns right back into oxygen. And the baking soda is going to also help with the alkalinity of the marshlands, which is really critical too, because that's all gotten out of whack with everything. And so
the combination of the hydrogen peroxide and the baking soda produces what's called a hydroxyl radical, which actually scrubs the oil and will break it down into more organic matters. It'll actually take the hydrocarbons and any VOCs out of the oil, just given enough time. So we think this is a viable solution to helping with the wetland areas, which are more sensitive.
Yeah, and so we'd like your feedback out there. This is Oxytec. This is a 35% solution. It's not the 3% that you find in the stores. Okay, but this company
it's a more dangerous quantity.
Is Eagle Enterprises out of Whitney, Texas, and you can find them online. Really great folks. But as you can see, this water is almost clarified in just the few short minutes we've been standing here. So this is something that has been known to clean up other oil spills.
It's been used for years. This is not a new process. This is not a discovery. Someone's discovered this a long time ago, but it's being kept quiet. And I'd like to know why this is not a viable solution. At the very least, you could pump up the oil into a holding tank and put it in the holding tank and reclaim the water out of it pretty easily rather than skimming. I mean, it's a no-brainer process. It doesn't require a lot of effort. Pumps and holding tanks and spray the chemicals in there and wait and pump the water back out. and you're left with the oil at the bottom. Skim it right off. Surely it seems like a simpler method than mechanical scrubbers or centrifuges to centrifuge it out, which take a lot longer. So if anybody knows how this works, I'd really like to know why this isn't a good solution.
Yeah, and let's call the White House. Let's get on the phones. Let's scream a little bit and ask Obama why this process isn't being used down in the Gulf.
Why is this company not being consulted?